Greetings, folks. Patrick here from Have Cheetah Will View. It's Tuesday, and if you're here on a Tuesday, that could only mean one thing. That means it's Library Day. So another interesting day at the library. Never fails to entertain. Um, we had a thunderstorm that came through our area yesterday, and it affected the power. So a lot of the people around us lost power. So when I rolled up to the library, I noticed there's a lot of cars, and I'm going like, wow, maybe school's back. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they're doing school trips or something. It just seemed a lot more traffic than usual on a Tuesday. So I came in and went to our seats and just sitting there. Then my friend Elaine came in, and her and I were making small talk. And all of a sudden, Karen pops up, and she's working. She's doing a meeting, and she wants us to stay quiet. Well, that went over like a lead balloon, right? Because basically, the voice that I was using is the voice I'm using now. It's my inside voice, and so that's basically what I said. I said we're talking at the level that's acceptable, and it's like if you have a problem with that, then I don't know what to tell you other than. Of course, she got into it a lot worse with another patron who came in later on, but for us, I just don't understand it. It's like, it's supposed to be a quiet place. There's no quiet place in a library. Despite what they tell you, there's no quiet place. In fact, if you walk out toward our library to go outside the library, it's noisy. But I really don't care. It's just I'm there for one reason, and it was just entertaining because this lady got really bent out of shape. And I guess if I had been really wanted to be a bastard about it, what I could have done was I could have grabbed like 4 or 5 magazines and went and sat right next to her and read my magazines. But I wasn't being that much of a grump, so it's just her whole demeanor was entitlement, and that just came across at me wrong. So, yeah, and it came across wrong to everybody. So she caught it from like by 5 or 6 different people. So, like I said, never fails to entertain. Uh, Plus, I wasn't feeling that good anyway. I was grumpy because I have gout this week. So I'm a little irritated at myself for getting it. I have gout, so I'm mad at myself for that happening. And of course, my foot feels like hell. So I wasn't in a good mood, was pain, and then had this Karen come over and pop off. So anyway, the library made up for that. And what did we get at the library? I know you're asking. I know that's what you're here for. So we'll start off here with a couple of Blu-rays. Picked up Disney's Planes. I can't get over how many Disney movies are popping up on the shelves. Years of going out looking for Disney movies, couldn't find them worth shit. Nothing. Now they're just rolling over. So a lot of these I really wanted to see. I wanted to see how cute they are. I'm very much into animation, so yeah. So when I get a chance to see these things like this, I'm picking them up now. This came from Target. It's in mint condition. I got one movie from the library. They didn't have very much. They only have scraps, basically. And the one I got today is The War with Grandpa. And this one has Robert De Niro in it, Rob Riggle, Uma Thurman, and Christopher Walken. I have no idea. I'm sure this is really cute. Robert De Niro, in his grandpa mode. I'm sure it's pretty cute. So, all right. I got one movie DVD here to show you, and one I'm surprised I didn't have, but I don't, and that is The Village. By M. Night Shyamalan. This is the movie that me and my buddy Farm Boy we went and saw this when it came out, and we solved it before it came out, before it started. We solved it. literally like 20 seconds into it. Uh, we were both right, and we were both laughing our asses off. And the people around us, who this is the first time they saw it, I remember afterwards we walked out and they're going like, "How did you know how that was going to end?" And it was like, well, because we watched a lot of Outer Limits, a lot of Twilight Zone. Um, so, okay, this was a really good week for TV shows. Really good week. So, I'll show you what we got. We got a miniseries, Factory Sealed, called Smiley's People by author John Le Carre. He wrote a lot of English spy adventures. And this is Factory Sealed. This came from Acorn. And this starred the late Alec Guinness in there. You might remember him playing Obi-Wan in the Star Wars movies. Of course, he's much more than that. But this is Smiley's People. It's a miniseries. Next up, I got a complete series called Wallander with Kenneth Branagh. He plays a detective in Sweden. They actually remade this not that long ago with Steven Van Zandt from Bruce Springsteen's band. He played on The Sopranos, and then he went on to do a version of Wallander. I haven't seen that. I've seen it on Hamilton book, but I never bought it. I knew about the Kenneth Branagh version, but I didn't think I'd ever get it. But I did. Here's season 1. Season 2. Season 3. Now, each of these seasons, this is just like Sherlock Holmes with a Benedict Cumberbatch. They don't do their seasons in terms of episodes. They do them in terms of films. So, a season for an English series like this is they make 3 films, either 3 films a year or 3 films every 2 years, and then they release it as a season or series. So this is why there's only 3. There's 2 movies in season 1, and 3. Let's see. There's 2 in season 1, and then 3 in the last 3 seasons. And this is the last season of the one with Kenneth Branagh in it, Wallander season 4. So I got the whole set. I got the whole series. And Kenneth Branagh being one of my favorite actors, yeah, I was all over that. All right. So far we're doing pretty good here. I just got to make some room here. All right, so I was really happy to see this. In fact, I told Cynthia, our clerk there, I said I was a little bit surprised because I said I did not see this during bag sale. I'm like, these weren't here during the bag sale because I would have grabbed them all then. And she goes, well, they must have came on after the bag sale. So basically that there's a few things that they put on the shelves after Tuesday. I was really surprised to see what I got, to see what was there. I was like, wow. I got each of these for $1.50. The other movies I got for $0.25, but they charge basically $0.25 per disc. So, and I'm a huge fan, and I've been looking for these for a while, for a really good price. I think I got them. C.S.I. This is the 7th season. I had the first 4. C.S.Is. So now I'm missing 5 and 6. I got the 8th season. It's a fantastic series too. I know it's been on the air for a while or not. I know they revived it last year. William Peterson came in for just to jumpstart it, see kind of reaction they get. They got a good reaction, but he didn't want to go back to the grind, so he only agreed to do 10 episodes. And Georgia Fox who was also in the show, she came back with him to do the mini season last year. and she left too with Peterson. And so this year they're bringing back the show. I'm not sure how many episodes they're bringing back the new season, but I do know that Mark Helgenberger, who played Willow, Catherine Willows, I know she's back. She's a legacy character. I know George Eads as Stokes is supposed to. Maybe he'll come back too. I don't know. And of course, we already know that Gary Dourdan's character Warwick, he was murdered in this series, which really always really bummed me out. That's one of the most heartbreaking stories ever. Gary Dourdan is a great actor. Um, he's just having some really bad problems at the time, so they killed off his character. Him and Stokes definitely were my two favorites of watching, and I was really heartbroken. Seriously, I was really bummed out when they killed off his character. But if that meant for Gary Dourdan to get his health back, which he has, that's awesome. He's back making movies, making art. Um, as far as I know, he's doing really well as far as his sobriety goes. So that's awesome for Gary Dourdan. I mean, he's a tremendous talent. And so this is season 8 of CSI. Tremendous guest cast too. The cast was really good. You could drop a character, a new one would come up there, and it would just keep moving along. I know a lot of people thought that once William Peterson dropped out of the show initially, that they thought that would end the show. It did not. It did not end the show at all. The show kept on going and actually got better in a lot of respects. Now, in a lot of respects, but this is one respect in season 9. As you can see, there's Lawrence Fishburne here. I was so excited when they said William Peterson was not coming back. Of course, you bummed because everybody loves Grissom. But I was really tickled when they said that Larry Fishburne was coming in. He played Dr. Raymond Langston. So I was really excited because I thought, hell, did Lawrence Fishburne on this show taking over the CSI lab? Oh, this thing's about to get lit. I cannot tell you how disappointed I was with his run. They defanged him. I mean, Lawrence Fishburne is an intense actor, a superb actor. But his Raymond, oh my gosh, he was just. They just, maybe because I was just seeing him off of Morpheus. You see him on that, and you see him on, some really intense roles that he's done, deep undercover and stuff like that. And he's a really intense actor. He could play a good guy, he could play a bad guy, but he's really fierce. He's really assertive. He's like a Denzel or Morgan Freeman in that way. I'm not saying that because they're both African American. I'm just saying because their styles are very similar. They're very strong personalities. Avery Brooks, who we do a man called Hawk, very forceful, very assertive, and I like that character. And I think he needed that. In here. And his character was not written that way. His character was written far too passive. Way too passive, and it was sort of frustrating to watch as a fan of Lawrence Fishburne. Anyway, I got the 10th season of CSI, and it was really getting good now. I think CSI, the back half of it, was super strong. After Lawrence Fishburne left, they brought in Ted Danson. Now, Ted Danson actually did a really, really fine job at CSI. I think people just remember him. They don't remember that Ted Danson can do drama, and he can. He's really strong at it. He's a lot more than just the comic guy. He can do drama very, very well. And next we have the 11th season of CSI. Now, there was 15 of them There's 15 seasons. I believe this is Lawrence Fishburne's last year. His character left this year, and then they brought in Ted Danson for the last 3 years, plus 1 year of C.S.I. Cyber. So, so I picked up 5 seasons of CSI, which I'm really happy about. They're hard as hell to find. It used to be you see them a lot, you see them out there quite a bit, but not anymore. Believe it or not easy to find. This is the first time I've seen CSI at my bookstore, my library. The first time I've seen it. So I managed to pick up 5 of them. I'm really happy about that, and picked up the whole set of Wallander. Really happy about that, and yeah, this is a good haul. I'm really happy with this because I really do enjoy CSI. All right, well that's it for this week. Yeah. Tell me what you think. Tell me how I did. If they did good. Anybody a CSI fan? Who's your favorite character? Drop it down in the comment below. I'd like to know which character you thought was the best one. Who's what storyline was your favorite? What series? Because there's a CSI Vegas, and then there was CSI Miami, and then they did CSI New York. Okay. I loved Horatio Kane. Horatio Kane was the shit on CSS Miami. I gotta give you that, man. He was awesome. So I really enjoyed watching CSI Miami quite a bit. I have not seen CSI New York enough to really know, other than I know that Gary Sinise was in it. He was the leader of that team, and I've only saw a couple episodes of that because I never got to watch it while I was on TV. I found the first season when I was out and about. I thought he did a great job too. I just need to see more of him. So let me know what you think of what we did, and then we'll see you next Tuesday for another library day. If you're new to the channel, please consider following us, hitting the subscription button, hit the subscription bell, and leave a comment down below. We will get back to you. We will, I promise. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.